Hello. So today I'm going to be telling our team about the radar model because there's been some ethical breaches and non-compliance issues that we've discovered. And so yeah, I think each department needs to put a plan in place that follows the radar model. And what radar is it stands for recognize, avoid, discover, answer, and recover. So to improve their reputation and develop positive relationships with stakeholders, all businesses should have ethics and compliance policies in place, both to avoid misbehavior and to protect themselves if misconduct occurs. There's a lot of evidence that excellent ethics leads to good business, obviously. So recognize, this portion of the radar model is the first step, and it helps us to pinpoint the problem, area of concern, and recognize potential risks. Finding areas where there is non-compliance is a way to recognize problems, and putting in place internal audits that prevent non-compliance will resolve this problem. So recognizing and identifying ethical issues helps leaders develop internal controls to limit certain types of conduct and or have plans in place to handle misconduct should it occur. So department managers need to assess areas of risk and areas of vulnerability in everyday tasks and find ways to prevent unethical things from happening by recognizing them to begin with. And then we have avoid. It's a great way to have strong internal auditing skills, and it's to think about avoiding problems to begin with. Thinking of what could go wrong and continuously practicing ways to avoid them from going wrong will create a strong department. Ethical breaches could be prevented by having policies in place that avoid those from happening. Compliance failures such as misconduct can be avoided by creating controls and plans. So by imagining worst case scenarios, leaders brainstorm with others in the firm on the best ways to avoid them. Ethics continuity planning also considers the ethical goals the firm wishes to accomplish. So for instance, the human resources department manager could create a plan to prevent misconduct such as drug use by starting to do drug tests on new employees. Then third part is called discover. Each employee should have the ability to discover ethical breaches, and this can be done through using role models, teaching everyone about workplace integrity and ethics training. Shared values represent the cultural DNA of the firm. These core values should be posted publicly on the website and other documents of the firm and be followed meticulously by all employees and stakeholders. Failing to do so may lead employees and others to act unethically. That's a quote. The entire team should always be on the lookout for ways ethical weaknesses can be caused. Seeking out and discovering unethical and risky behaviors in each department will be something that strengthens the entire company internally. So hidden issues can be discovered by assessing current procedures. While discovery is often thought of as the responsibility of management, it is important that all employees have the ability to discover ethical issues before they snowball into a misconduct disaster. That was a quote. So every person has a duty to uphold standards, so do not be shy from finding hidden problems and speaking about them to each other. So then we have the fourth step, fourth step, answer. Leadership needs to respond to the problem that has been discovered by telling everyone about the problem. Then they need to figure out a way to answer to this problem in ways such as creating an auditing plan and a reassurance plan. Stakeholders are important to the company and should be answered to as well. Promptly and efficiently responding to misconduct, non-compliance, and risky behavior will prevent it from happening in the future. It can be responded to by starting a training program in ethical business practices, anonymous hotlines, and hiring a compliance officer. Another part of answering to the problem includes answering to the public and the community in a reassuring way. Remaining silent can be one of the biggest public relation blunders a firm can make after disaster. That is a quote by Farrell, 2023. So then we have the last step, the fifth step, recovery. So restoring reputations and the bottom line is possible through the recovery process. We need to implement practices that prevent unethical issues from occurring by using this recovery skill of the radar method. Mitigating impacts of misconduct and non-compliance can be done through public apologies and measures of preventing these from happening using external and external auditing strategies. Compensation, apologies, and corrective action shows promise to change. So yeah, that is the radar method or model. Recognize, avoid, discover, answer, and recovery. So we need to follow this because this year it is our goal to have stronger internal and external audits to create ethical business and ethical corporate cultures to prevent misconduct, risky behavior, operation mistakes, and non-compliance. So if we can follow this model, I think our company will become much stronger and more ethical in each department. So thank you, everybody, for watching.